Guys, welcome back to another episode of This versus That. Today we got ourselves G604 versus the G502. These are Logitech best wireless gaming mouse that they have on the market right now. And don't let the number fools you. The 502 is actually a very good mouse. Both of these do different things. They are similar in ways, and then there are ways where they're different. If you are in the market for a good gaming mouse, these are the two that you are probably looking at. And so today I'm going to go through and I'm going to do a comparison between the G502 and the 604. So let's start. In terms of physical appearance, you can see that they're different for sure. But look at all the button layout. They're very the same. You see that? They're the same. All the button layout are the same. But let's go through them and see what the differences are. All right. So first off, the G604, this thing right here has 6 buttons on the side. You already know that. For the G502, it has 3 buttons. The reason why these are different here is that both of these mouse serves a different audience, meaning that this mouse right here generally go for, let's say, the MMO, the RPG type of gamers. You can program all those buttons, to do your number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on your hotbar, and it works great. I use this on games like World of Warcraft, and it works fantastic. This one right here I use on games like Overwatch, FPS, any PvP type of game. You would use a mouse like this because all you need is some melee button, something to do some sprays, some emotes, things like that. And that's what I use this mouse for. All right. So on the side, again, different in terms of buttons. On the top, looks very similar. And here's the thing. These two right here, I use to change the DPI, that's kind of the default for this mouse. Same thing on the G502. These two are used to change the DPI. The difference is that, let's say if I turn it on, you can see that when I change my DPI on the G502, there's a light indicator that show me which DPI I'm on. On the 604, when you change your DPI, it doesn't really tell you which one you're on other than the color of this right here. This is the only indicator that you are gonna get to tell you which DPI you're on. So you gotta really know which color is which. So the lowest right now is this kind of this greenish, yellowish color. All right, so that's the difference right there. In terms of similarities, the scroll wheels are the same, the way it works. That's free scrolling right there, which I love for long web pages. And then you can lock it up and it clicks. This G9 button right here, this one right here, you can customize it to anything you want. I program it to where it does the DPI lock on it. On the G604, this one is actually not programmable. This is actually switching from the Lightspeed wireless to the Bluetooth. Yes, guys, this right here, this mouse has a Bluetooth functionality as well. And so what I do is I hook this up to one computer with Bluetooth, and then I use the dongle and hook it up to another computer. So when I switch, essentially I'm switching to 2 computers. That's one good thing about this mouse, is that you can actually use 2 computers and it will work just fine. You don't have to take the dongle out and then move it to another computer. And yep, that's it. You hit this button right here to change it. For this mouse, all it is just a dongle, and the dongle is hidden in here, where is it at? Let's see. So this is the dongle right here that you use. By the way, these are the weights that you would put in this mouse right here, which I'll go over in a second. But yeah, this is the little dongle piece right here, and you can store it in here. See that? And when you want to take it out, you just push this right here and then just take that out. It's pretty unique, in my opinion. It's pretty unique on how you store this. That's it. It stays in there. Love it. You want to take this out, you just push this little thing right here, and then it just pops out. Yep, everything's magnet driven. And so with this mouse right here, what it has versus this one right here is that you can adjust the weight on how you want the weight. So let's say if I want it a little bit heavier on, let's say, the left click right here, I would put this over here. Guys, it does make a huge difference in from a gaming standpoint when you change the weight up. So you can customize the weight however you want, and then it just snaps back on. There we go. That's it. And now when you move it, you can really feel the difference when you're swinging back and forth. So yeah, that's how you change out the weight on that one. On the G604, there's no, you can't adjust the weight. Now, from a battery standpoint, I was saying earlier how this has internal batteries. This thing will last you 48 hours if you have these RGB lights on. You can turn these lights off and it'll last you 60 hours. While this one right here, the G604, this one will last you 250 hours because, well, there's no RGB for one, and two, it just runs on this one battery. 250 hours. That is amazing feat right there, guys. Yes, and that's using the light speed right there. The good thing about this is when you plug this in, it just charges and you just play. That's all you do. So literally, this can just become a wired mouse when it runs out of battery, if you want to. For the G604, there are no plugins. You do not plug this thing in at all. When you run out of battery, you just need to replace it. But at 250 hours, I don't think you're gonna worry too much about the battery life on this. So the other things that I want to point out is that this mouse, the G604, has a 16K sensor in it, while this G502, there is a 25K sensor inside of this. You can also get a 16K sensor for this mouse as well, but the one I'm holding in my hand is the 25K sensor. They call it the hero sensor. So guys, that is my comparison for the Logitech G604 versus the Logitech G502. Two of Logitech's best wireless mouse. Depending on what kind of gamers you are, consider on picking up either one of these, and I don't think you'll be very disappointed. Alrighty guys, that's it for me. I'm out of here. Have a good one.